All right, everybody, bear with me. This is my first time trying to restore a pipe. Uh, my grandfather used to smoke pipes. My father passed away about 7, 8 years ago, and been going through some stuff. I got these a few years ago, but I never really did anything with them. There might have been about seven, eight, nine pipes, something like that. But anyway, uh, I've been watching the Southland. I think it's Southland Piper on YouTube, which is he's really good if you want to go check him out. But I've been watching him restore old pipes, and I figured I'd give it a shot. I may as well do a video while I'm doing it. This is the now I think I'm going to be saying this right. The JEANTET Jumbos. Let me see if you can see it here. I don't know if you can see that. Well, that says Jumbos since 1807. It's number 9. What number is that? Gotta lift my glasses up to see it. I'm getting old. And number 963, and then on the reverse side, I think it's it says JEANTET Briar. I don't know if you could see that, but anyway, the pipe's in actually decent shape. I mean, I think it is. It's not bad looking. I mean, I guess there's some blemishes here and there. Around here, you can see some stuff going up on there, a little bit of carbon or whatever the case. Yeah, these are, looks like they were made in France. This is actually from, this pipe I believe is from 1963. I was looking some stuff on it. The bowl, for anybody who cares, is 7 1/8 inches wide, and it's 1 3/4 inches deep, and the weight on it is about 2.2 ounces. It's pretty light. So let's get the flashlight here. I'll show you the, let's take this off. You can see there's some oxidation on the stem. And some chatter, as they call it. Some teeth marks, tooth marks. Let's look on the inside. It's hard to see the way the, there we go, that's actually better. So you can see there's some carbon buildup and stuff going on in there. I don't know, it's going to be a little hard to see inside here. Let's see if I do that. I don't think you're going to be able to, no, not the way that it should. If it was straight, you'd be able to see it, but anyway. So we can see what's going on in there. Anyway, to be honest with you, I actually cleaned up the stem a little bit. You know, when I first got this, because I just started getting back in the smoking cigars and stuff like that, and been trying some different pipe tobaccos. But anyway, I cleaned it up as best I could when I first got it, and I actually probably smoked a couple of bowls out of this, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I did it anyway. Like I said, these are my grandfather's. It's not like I'm doing anything with them. I'm not selling them or anything like that. I just figured I'd give them a good cleaning, but I didn't really clean them too good. But anyway, I seen the Southland Piper use this stuff. I forget the name of the company or the website. He put this stuff on the like a briar cleaner, and then he had the stuff that worked really well. It's called before and after cleaner. It's for the stems, and he would put that in there for like 24 hours, and the stems would you wouldn't even have to touch them; they would just come out looking brand new. I don't have that yet. I'm not sure if I'm even going to continue doing this, so I figured I see a lot of people use OxiClean, so that's what I got here. I got a couple teaspoons of OxiClean. And for now, I'm just going to go ahead and dump the stem in while I do what I'm doing. And then we'll put that off to the side. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do the salt with the alcohol, but I think I actually am going to go ahead and do the salt with the alcohol. Now, get some coarse sea salt. Actually, I forgot to grab this before I started. Like I said, bear with me here. All right. That's all. I actually got everything else on the table. That should be all I have to get up for. But I'm going to try it. I seen the people online. Usually that's kind of thing. Usually stick a pipe cleaner, a couple at the end. You could kind of see the cleaning. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to ream this out. That might be too thick. Let's see. I got these reamers on Amazon. It was like a set of 5 for, wasn't that much. I forget how much it was. 15 bucks maybe, something like that. These are all different sizes. Well, it's actually a set of 4, but they include this as number 5, so there's all different sizes. That's not going to do anything. That is too thin. Let's try this. Actually might be too thick. It's like there's no in between, you know? I don't know if that's even going to work, but let's try it. There we go. That might actually be too thick. I got some stuff coming out. Yeah, that's too thick. I don't want to ruin the wood. I'll do a little bit, and then I'll move on to the next one to maybe get a little deeper, because that's not going to go all the way. That's not going to go all the way to the bottom. There's not much cake in there, carbon buildup. Like I said, I don't want to ruin the wood. I'm not looking to go crazy with this. Just want to get it a little bit clean. See if this does anything. Even if I gotta kind of get in there a little bit on, you know, just put it to one side and kind of just give it a twist. Should just go away with it. I should have did that, but whatever. I hate that. It makes my blood run cold. Whew. Let's see if we get anything out of it. Oh, there we go. Give it another few turns. Well, we got stuff coming out of it. Let's keep going. I would pause it, but sometimes I see people on here cleaning the pipes and they pause it and then they come back. I remember watching pipe making videos and sanding, and they come out. I want to see them sanding. I don't want you to skip the sanding part. I'm trying to learn. I want to see how you sand the pipe. Not that this is anything huge, but reaming a pipe or whatever. All right, that should be good for now until I go ahead and do the salt soak. All right, let's go ahead and do that. All right, I got some, this is actually sea salt. It's coarse. It's not as coarse as I've seen some people. Well, it is coarse. It's not fine, but I've seen people use maybe a little bit coarser. I was thinking about putting a cotton ball in there, but I think I'm just going to go ahead with the salt. I've just seen people using the Southland Piper just uses salt and alcohol. That's it. That's all he uses. So some people just use a cotton ball. I've seen cotton ball and the alcohol. The higher the alcohol, the better. All I have is 70%. I should be could be using higher. I've seen people use 70. 91, I think, might be the high. I mean, other than like Everclear or something like that. But I'm going to go ahead first off. Should have put a couple of pipe cleaners in there before I did that, but the way it's curved, it really don't matter. The salt's not going to get up in there, and I don't think it will make too much of a difference. Could be wrong, like I said. First time doing it. I hope I'm not boring anybody. I apologize if I am. I'll stick a couple in there. Why not? I got them. May as well use them. Yeah, fold it up. Do it like that. This way we can see the magic happening. All right. I'm winging this. Like I said, this is my first time, so. See if that soaks down. I might have to move that around a little bit. No, it's soaking in. I guess I got to be patient. I'm very impatient. It's soaking in. Put a little bit more. That should be plenty. After that soaks down, I'll go ahead and pause this, and then I'll wait a little bit until I see something going on up over here. It should soak up, and you should see the pipe cleaners getting dark. Meanwhile, while I'm doing that, I don't know if you could see that. I just came over and looked. I don't know if anybody could. I wasn't even paying attention to them, but you could see it, the color of that already changing. So that's pretty cool what the OxyClean does. I just happened to look over at it, and it's already turning tan or brown. That oxidation, all that dirt and everything coming off of that. That's something else. Look at that. OxyClean. Who'd have thunk it, right? Who'd have thunk it? OxyClean. But anyway, I'll let the stem soak in the OxyClean. I'm going to let the stumble soak. See if anything starts happening over here. Like I said, you should see these darkening up and all the gunk and everything coming out. I'll let them sit. I'll come back, show you guys what that looks like, and then I'll see what else I'm going to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to even mess around with the finish. I got some leather dyes over here. I used to mess around with the leather, so I got some dyes left over from that. This is like a brown. I'd have to open them up to look at them, but I might as well show you. Why not? Not sure what's going on with that color or what that is. I had them written down. It doesn't even tell you on. Does it tell you on the thing? Actually, yeah, it does tell you. All right, I'm sorry. That's like that says raisin mahogany. This is. Gotta lift my glasses up. Brandy Brayer. Oh, maybe for a pipe. Yeah, it's like a brownish. Yeah, that would probably look nice on there. But I don't know if I want to mess around with the finish. What do we got here? This is, well, I really can't see. DK Cocoa Brown. So that's a little bit different. See what that looks like. That's, guess what? Didn't even use that one. But I'm going to open it anyway. Why not? Oh, that's really dark. You can see that. That's almost like a black. Maybe it is black. That's really dark compared to the other one, the other two. So I got those. I might mess around with them. Like I said, I don't know if I want to really do anything with the finish on these because they are, I mean, the finish looks, well, I mean, I showed you the pipe when I first started the video. The finish is pretty good. I don't think I want to mess around with sanding and dyeing on that. There's nothing wrong with this finish. I'm probably just going to leave it alone. But that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and then I'll come back and see what else I'm going to do. If you're still hanging in there, I appreciate it, and I promise it'll get more interesting the more videos I do, and the more I keep going on with this video. Try to hold your attention. I appreciate you watching. All right, it's been about an hour and a half, I'd say. Some people say you shouldn't do the OxyClean for that long You can see it's getting brown. It looks pretty good actually. And also the salt soak, they say maybe an hour to 2 hours. But you can see how the pipe cleaner soaked up some of that alcohol, and you can see how it's discolored, all that gunky stuff coming out of here. So that's actually pretty cool to see how it just kind of travels up there. And that's what the bowl looks like. I was given a little rub with the napkin because some alcohol got on the. I was adding alcohol to it as it was soaking it up, and then I was kind of wiping around here a little bit, and some stuff was coming off. But I got some Murphy's soap that I'm going to use in a little cup to give this a scrub. Because, like I said, I'm not sanding the stumble or anything like that because it's in pretty good shape. Which, like I say, as you can see, I don't want to mess around with it too much. Like I said, I just kind of got into this and started reading up about it, so I don't want to go too crazy with it. So it's in pretty decent shape. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take out the salt and just dump that out and clean it out a little bit. But I'll be right back shortly. Actually, before I did that, I wanted to show you this because I know I would like to see it. Pulling this out, see what it looks like. I guess nothing too special about that, but I would have liked to have seen it. If you could even see in there if it did anything or what's going on. It's hard to see. And it's hard for me to even see. Is that in there? Just looks like some little fuzzies from the pipe cleaner and whatnot. But yeah, that's all. I figured I might as well show you that because, like I said, I would like to. A lot of people cut stuff out, the sanding and whatever else, a few other things. I would like to see all that stuff, especially if I'm just learning about it. But anyway, that's all right. I'll be back. All right, I just dumped most of that stuff out of there, and I just sprayed some. I found, actually, my wife found it 91% instead of the 70% that I was using. So I just sprayed some of that inside the bowl, and I just got a pipe cleaner, so I'll just go around and clean that out a bit, get the salt out of there. I dumped most of it out. See all that crap coming off of it. I use a couple of pipe cleaners, I guess. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I guess that I could probably do off camera. I'm just gonna spray some more alcohol in there. I'll probably go in. I could even do that on camera. Like I said, I don't know what some people like to see. I like to see everything. Some people don't like to see it, but if you're learning, you like to see everything. At least I do. But anyway. See what we can get out of that. Stick his toothbrush in there. This old toothbrush. We'll give it a spin. Sorry, just trying to get the camera set up or the phone situated too. I just knocked into it. My apologies. It's all set. Just clean out as much as we can. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna scrub the outside with the Murphy's oil. Still got the stem soaking. Gonna spray a little more alcohol in there. Another paper towel. Actually, I'll do it like that first with it in there. And what else am I going to do? I am going to put a little, that's the 91% alcohol in here. Go ahead and soak that. Let's get in here. Too thick, too thick. Let's throw that out. I don't know what I'm saving that for. Now I'm in there. It really actually didn't look that dirty. I mean, given what the rest of the pipe looked like, but I guess it was pretty dirty. You could be here all day. I'm not going to do this on camera. I'm going to finish cleaning out the bowl. Yeah, it's pretty dirty still. I mean, I probably could have let it soak a little longer, maybe. But I want to finish cleaning out the bowl and over here. I forget what this part's called. I know the bowl, the stummel. Like I said, I'm still learning. I know it's not the stem. I forget this part that I forget what the name of this part is. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna finish cleaning that out, and I'm just gonna use the pipe cleaner with the alcohol, maybe even some Q-tips, and get that as clean as I could. But I'll be back. I don't want to make this video too long. It's almost 25 minutes. But anyway, I'll be back. As I'm spraying the alcohol in there, I clean it out with some Q-tips. Now I got the paper towel in there, but as I'm doing that, I wanted to show you I'm going around the rim here, and it's actually getting it pretty good. It's actually looking pretty good. Honestly, I don't even know if I should be. I don't want to do the alcohol in this too much because I'm not sure if you're supposed to. I mean, you could always sand down the finish anyway. It don't take much to sand it. You can do it by hand, and then apply some of the leather dye that I have. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you that. So it actually looks pretty good around the rim, where all that carbon buildup was, and the all those dark markings and everything. I don't have carnauba wax right now, but I got some beeswax. I'm going to go ahead and use that toward the end. But that's what it's looking like right now. I'm just going to finish up a little bit more on the inside and everything, and then I'll be back. I just wanted to show you that. I think I got the inside cleaned out pretty good. Some may disagree, but I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's cleaner than it was. Got all the salt and everything out of there, so I'm happy with that for now. So before I move on to the stem, I think I'm going to go ahead and hit this with the Murphy soap. See what that does. See if that takes anything off. It's going to be a long video. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to make them shorter. I just like to show, because I like to see everything. I don't care if the video's 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. I enjoy watching it. But anyway, I got some Murphy's oil here with some warm water that I mixed up. So it's gonna just scrub the out. Like I said, I'm not gonna sand it or refinish it or anything because it's in pretty good shape from what you can see. The bottom, like I said, maybe slight imperfections here and there, but it's a nice looking pipe, and I don't want to mess with it being my first time. I think it looks fine. Got an old toothbrush here. Let's see if that does anything. Trying to stay in frame here. Should I back it up a little? Yeah, I guess I can back it up a little for now. Not sure how much that's going to take off or if it's doing anything. Getting my hands soaking wet, I know that much. Yeah, let's bring it in. Why not? Get a little closer. That's probably as much as you could do with it at this point. Like I said, I don't have any of the, mentioned before, I watch Southland Piper a lot. If you want to go check him out, but he uses this company, I forget the name. It's a before and after briar cleaner and stuff for the stem, which is amazing actually. It looks like a brand new stem when it comes out, but it looks like the OxyClean did a pretty decent job. All right, yeah, let me bring this out a little. I don't have I have a drill. I was thinking about getting some attachments for it for the to apply the wax and do a couple other things with it maybe, but I didn't get the wheels yet. But you can just apply the wax and buff it by hand if you don't have a buffer or one of the like an electric buffer or anything like that, a tabletop buffer. Like I said, you could just use it. They got all kind of attachments for drills and stuff like that that you could just use. But for now, I don't think really too much came off of that. I don't know if it looks any different. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. Wasn't in really that bad of a shape to begin with. So, what should I do now? I'm thinking, let's go ahead and see what the stem looks like. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the OxyClean. I've got a piece of magic eraser here that I'm going to put a little bit of water on and see what that does. You can see the water. Wow. I don't know if you remember what it looked like. Sorry I don't have a before and after picture. This I might actually maybe sand. I don't know yet though, or I might leave it. But I don't know if you can remember what it looked like before I did the OxyClean. But it had a lot of, it had a good amount. It wasn't horrible, but there was some oxidation on it that you could see. And that's just OxyClean. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think you can see that, hopefully. I think that looks pretty good. I don't even know if I need to use the magic eraser. I guess I gotta give it a shot. I guess I could give the well. Let's try it. Let's hit it anyway. What's the difference? We came this far. The video's God knows how long. I know it's definitely over a half hour. A little bit of water. You don't need too much. Let's see if it looks any different after anything comes off of it. I'm not sure if anything's gonna come off of it. I guess we'll find out together. Oh, yes, yes. I guess so. Yeah, I should have had something to dip it in. I know I'm being messy. I guess the OxyClean can only do so much. I'm going to go ahead and finish doing this, and then I'll be back. Like I said, I don't want the videos to be too long, but you could see that there's stuff coming off of there, some gunk and whatever coming off of there. And I'm going to run I'm going to get a pipe cleaner, and I'm actually going to dip it in the OxyClean, just so you know, and run it through there, and just to make sure it's clean. That's what I'm going to do, and then I'll be back. Yeah, I just had to come back and show you. I just dipped the pipe cleaner in some OxyClean and ran it through the stem, and that's what's coming out on the other end. So it's still pretty dirty in there. Let's run it through this way and see what comes out on the other end, if anything. All right, just wanted to show you that. I'm gonna do that a couple more times with another pipe cleaner or two, and I'll be back. To be honest with you, I wasn't going to say anything, but this is how you learn from your mistakes, and I figured I'd let you guys know. Cleaning the stem. I don't know if you remember what it looked like before, but the insignia, uh, the J right there for the JEANTET, the J, there was a perfect J in there, and you don't know how much that aggravates me. My wife would know how much that aggravates me, but nothing I could do about it. You learn from your mistakes, but just so you don't make the same mistake, don't go over that too much. I was cleaning it. I went over with the magic eraser, and then I stopped. I'm like, all right, hold on, and then it was too late. But I took some of the J out of there. Can't do nothing about it now, but I just wanted to let you know. Be careful going over these emblems or insignias or whatever. I'm not sure what they use, but if you look back at the beginning of the video, that was you could see that was a J. Now, if you look at it, you're not sure what it is. It looks like Pac-Man eating a whatever, or a half a moon with a star. But I don't know what it is, but don't look like a J. But anyway, what are you gonna do? But yeah, be careful. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this or not, but I got some 800 grit sandpaper here. I was just going to try to get some of the teeth marks out here. I'm going to try it on the back end. And actually, I'm going to cut this even smaller. Let's do it this way. I'm going to try it on the back end. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to try it and see what happens. I wet it, wet. $800 might be too fine, but we're going to see. I don't want to go too heavy. Like I said, it's my first time doing this. Sorry, out of frame there a little. It's hard to see where I am in frame while I'm doing this. This is too close, right? I got it pretty close. I guess right there is good. I want to make sure you guys can see everything because I like when I can see everything when I'm watching the video. I'll be back. I got to get a little something to dip the water in. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I needed something to put the water in. May as well go ahead and try and do it. I don't think the 800 is... I think the 800 is too fine, to be honest. But we're going to... Let's see. And see, as I'm sanding this, I just noticed... Yep. I guess there's stuff that the OxyClean did not get off, so I might be better off just sanding this whole thing to get everything off, and 800 ain't going to do it. Let's try, I'll do it light. We're going to try 180, see what that does. Like I said, my first time, I'm just experimenting. I'm doing it very light because I can feel it's very, well, I can feel it. Much different than the 800. Let's dip the whole pipe in, the old stem in there. Just trying to get my grandfather's teeth marks out of it. I got plenty of other pipes I could save with his teeth marks. I don't think he minds if I clean this up. My father actually left these for me, to be honest. Like you said, just go very light, keep it wet. I'm not going over that insignia because I already, that, you don't know how much that bothers me that I did that. I'm not even going near that. But anyway, what are you going to do? You lose sleep over it? Nope. Just trying to get some of that, like I said, when I was sanding it with the, what is it, with the 800, I could see how it was taking some of that stuff off. The 800 actually works pretty good. It just might be here a while. Not a while, but obviously it's going to take longer. It's a higher grit. Like I said, I like watching this stuff because when I watch other videos, because I'm just learning, but I don't know how many people I actually really want to watch this. This is going to be like an hour video. I apologize for whoever even watches it, to tell you the truth. I'm going to go ahead and finish doing this, see what I could get off of it, and then I'll come back. All right, I'm back. I just got done doing a little hand sanding. I'm not real happy with the way it looks. I'm going to have to get some finer grit. I know sometimes you could use grit all the way up to 12,000, which I don't have. Probably should have got it before I started. I wish I would have. But just kind of, well, you can see the lines where I was sanding by hand. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the way that looks. I mean, it's dull. I'm gonna have to hit it with some. I'll put a little bit of beeswax, I guess, on there. I don't even know if that's going to do anything. But yeah, I need a. I should have got it before I even did this, but I'm going to get it and do it. But yeah, finer grit all the way. All the way up to sometimes they go to 5,000, 10,000, 12,000. Or on a, they wouldn't really do it. I mean, I guess you could use a sanding wheel, but I probably could just buff this out. I'm going to see what the beeswax does. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on now. I know. Here you go. There's some beeswax. I use this on cutting boards, wooden cutting boards, wooden spoons, stuff like that. I'm just going to put some on and do it by hand. We're learning together. That's what we're doing. I'm not going to leave anything out. I'm not going to say everything turned out perfect. It's my first time doing it, so it's not going to be perfect. I mean, I wish it could have been perfect, but it's not going to be perfect. I'll try not to get any beeswax inside. You could always clean it out with pipe cleaner, but anyway, jeez, you don't know how much that bothers me. I don't believe I did that, but whatever. What are you going to do? I hope is my mic still on? I hope my mic is still on. Yep, it's on. All right, we're good. I don't know how many times that happened before, but anyway. Just coat that in beeswax. Maybe that'll fill in some of the gaps. I don't have, like I said, I don't have any carnauba wax. But I probably would have went up, if I would have went up to at least 2, 3, even 5. Like I said, I've seen some people go up to 10,000, 12,000, but I should have grabbed that before I even attempted this. Some higher grit. I don't even know if I might have some higher than I was using here laying around. I mean, I know I have to, but it's somewhere. Then after that, you go ahead and hit it with the carnauba wax, fills in all those gaps and scratches and everything. Excuse me. This might take care of it though. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, I had a beer, so I'm sorry. We're belching like an animal. But anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and, I think I'm holding it too close. Because, see, I got this zoomed in. Sorry. Just got to hold it down here, I guess. All right, let's do that. Get that out of the way before I spill it. An hour video on restoring a pipe. Did you ever? Did you ever? Well, I've seen, yeah, I guess I've seen how. I've seen ones over an hour just restoring a pipe. So some people like to watch it. I guess some people don't. I like watching them. So again, I'm not going to go over that insignia too much because I already screwed that up. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. It's better than the reaming noise when you ream a pipe. That makes my blood run cold. Jesus. Wow. There's still some teeth marks here. I don't know if you could see that. I guess the hand trick does work. But anyway, yeah, see that big tooth mark right there. Let's see what the underside looks like. I don't know if you remember what the underside looks like, but pretty much got most of them gone. There was quite a few actually. I actually like the way that looks. Give it a flip. Yeah, I definitely need a finer grit sandpaper. So keep that in mind. I didn't do it this time, but hopefully next time, yeah, we're gonna have to get some finer grit sandpaper, just so you know. Even the those little pads, micro pads, micro grit sandpaper pads. You get them on Amazon. You get like they go all the way from like 200 all the way up to like 12,000. You might get like 10 or 12 in a pack for like 15 to 20 bucks, depending on where you get them from. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just run a pipe cleaner through here, just in case there's any beeswax. Mind your beeswax. Yeah, no, corny, right? Anyway. And then, like I said, I didn't want to play around with this too much. I wasn't going to sand it down and stain it or anything like that. I guess I could have did that, but I didn't think the finish on it was too bad. It was in pretty decent shape. Again, the inside, it's hard to, the way to shape of the pipe, it's hard to stick it in here. You can't see anything, but let's see what we can see. It looks better than it did. Let's put it that way. Actually, looks like some, what's in there? Anything in there? There's nothing coming out, but yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Like I said, it's better than it was my first time. Go ahead and we'll put the stem on. Not bad. Semi-happy with it, but it could have been better. But I'm learning. We'll learn together. This is a long video. My apologies. I will try and make them shorter next time. That's the JEANTET Jumbo. This is from 1963. Made in France. 2.2 ounces. Not bad. Not bad at all. I appreciate everybody watching. For anybody who even watched and hung in there for probably over an hour. Ridiculous. My apologies. Something right there. But like I said, I'm not, I can't go crazy because I don't know. Like I said, just learning. But I appreciate everybody watching. And that's going to do it. Until next time. Thank you again. I wasn't even going to do this. I know I just said bye to everybody, but I forgot to go ahead and put some. I don't even know if I should have put beeswax on the stem, but I did. I forgot to put some beeswax on here. So let's go ahead and do that. Anybody who is still interested after all this time, I was going to do it, and then I figured I'll come back. I know he said bye and whatever. Like I said, bear with me. I've never done this before. Don't have any carnauba wax, but I heard beeswax is just as good. Just put it on, some around the rim here. And then we're just going to buff it out by hand until I get the proper tools. Like I said, I wasn't even going to come back and do this, but I figured why not? Be hung in this long. Just go ahead and give it a little hand buff. I've seen people do it by hand, and it comes out just as good if you ask me. But who asked me, right? I don't know. A little elbow grease. This stuff smells awesome. Nunya beeswax. Yeah, it looks not 10 times better, maybe 5 times better. It looks, I guess, a little elbow grease. Yeah, much better. Little beeswax. Little beeswax. All right, that's it. Now we're done. Now we're done. Thanks again for watching. Oh boy.